everybody, Destiny Talk Live is back and on a new station. Join us. This is your girl Cherry G with Destiny Talk Live. Sorry we're starting a little late. You know, sometimes it's the rain, the weather, we have a glitch, and I'm here with the fabulous Megan Fullerton. We're going to be starting off the show with some shenanigans. We're going to talk about this stuff that's out there with these designers stealing other designers' work and passing it off as their own. So I want to share a story with you that I found in the magazine. Is called The Force or The Voice from Brooklyn, and it says the fashion designers are being ripped off by Urban Outfitters. It's actually, the article is from the Village Voice, and the article was written by Foster Kramer, and it says Urban Outfitters are stealing ideas from local designers that are present or sell their works designs at the Brooklyn Flea Market. So I guess they're going to the Brooklyn Flea Market, finding these up and coming designers that are sharing their stuff and then showing it. One young lady, Lillian Crow, she debuted her jewelry in, I think they said March of 2009. It was the skull and the spine with the bull heads or whatever. And then in November, her designs were found in Urban Outfitters online store.
Wow.
So I was like, wow, what can you do to keep someone from stealing your designs? And I know in the fashion world, and it's pretty hard to copyright your designs because they are forever revolving, right?
Yeah. Just from school, what I've learned is that, certain things can't be trademarked or copyrighted, certain designs, because, again, basic silhouettes are kind of standard. Unless you do something that's extremely special and kind of your signature, you can, trademark or copyright. But it's really hard. I think with some things there's a very thin line on what you can and can't protect.
Right, and I know that if you have proof that you came up with an original design or something like that, and you have it protected, then you can go
Yeah,
back
absolutely.
and get, just like we were talking earlier about the last week, we mentioned the swimwear.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Then, the designer said, well, I thought I bought them from this guy, the designs, but you still bought them and passed them off as your own.
Right.
If you were smart, she should have said, okay, I bought these these designs, and I just felt like producing them and sharing them. Here, give credit to the guy or whoever she said she bought them from.
And it's totally fine to be inspired by another designer. That there's no rule or regulation to inspiration. So, it's okay to be inspired, but I mean, to completely take something that someone has created from their mind and just replicate it is stealing.
Yeah, we had my daughter, when she was in high school, she drew it out, her prom dress. We took it and had a young lady make it. Totally did a botched job on it. But then we go back and we see that design flawlessly made, because her daughter was a pageant. She dealt Beauty Queen pageant, flawlessly made in the store and was selling it. So that was our first run in to, okay, we got you now. But she did sell it. Her daughter did wear it. They did make stuff. But when the word got out, okay, she stole that. That wasn't her original design, because we still have the drawing dated and signed. And, but it's unfortunate that you would botch this was prom.
Yeah.
We spent this money, but we made it work. I mean, she still looked fabulous and flawless when she got out there. We made it work. But it was unfortunate that, you have to go through those things and learn that way, to say, okay, now I've got to protect myself.
Yeah.
And you shouldn't have to do that, because you guys work hard. I know. I remember the days at SCAD. I remember seeing the sweat. I mean, y'all looked rough out there, boy. I was like, boy, I hope to see something different, come out of this journey, So I'm really proud. There's quite a few of you that I met. And for you guys that don't know, Megan and my daughter were at SCAD together, which was crazy.
Yeah.
And just seeing them, how their journey has taken different paths, and a couple of you have done awesome, and I'm really proud that you guys took this expensive education in this craft and you're out there pushing it and doing the things that you have to do. And when
Thank
we
you.
get further into the show, we're going to talk about your journey from SCAD to New York Fashion Week. I'm super excited about you going, guys. Megan is an amazing designer. I love her stuff. I love her work. It's flawless, and she keeps the woman in mind. And what I mean by that is she doesn't believe that everybody's 2 pounds, and that's who she designs and make clothing for. So if you got curves, the curves are going to work well in her garments. You know, I trust me, I know. I got an outfit, and I love it. And I thought I was just everything in that and a bag of chips when I was wearing
You
it at
You were.
the Women in Power Conference. Girl, you couldn't tell me nothing, you know. So, but she had an opportunity. We're going to talk about that, going there with us, and we had such a great time. And I think it was a push, a much-needed push, because I tell you what, when they came back from that event, it was on fire ever since, and they're doing amazing work. So you guys will get to learn more about Megan, her journey. We're going to talk about the fears, the struggles, the stuff that kept her from moving forward, and what it took for her to break the bonds of, hey, I don't want to do this, or
Yeah.
I don't think I'm good enough, you know, and just the dedication. You know, you got to have that dedication. You got to have that
Absolutely.
drive. And then we're going to talk about the support, family support. You're married. Your husband is there. I mean, her husband was awesome because we had a contest for people to go to Women in Power. And, honey, he was on that phone. He answered them questions, and we didn't know it was him. But he won the ticket, and there she got to go. So, you know, it was like, I love that teamwork. High five to him, because it's nothing better when you have someone standing right there with you saying, babe, you can do this. I got you. Let's make it happen. You know, so
Yep.
I'm really proud of you. I'm proud of him. I'm proud of your journey. I went to her grand opening, to her store. It's awesome, guys. I'm telling you guys, you need to follow us, follow Megan. Make sure you get there and you see. We can't show you the stuff until after New York Fashion Week,
Yeah.
but you're going to be able to
September.
watch it. You're going to be able to see it. You're going to see it hit the runway, and everybody's going to want to have a Megan Fullerton original. So you guys stay tuned with that and let me know, and we'll be with you shortly.
Attention moms and dads, it's that time of year again. This is a sale you don't want to miss. Shop today. SimplyTailorKids.com while supplies last.
Hey, everybody, welcome back. Now we're going to get into the show. Again, if you are listening to us on IBNXradio.com at Destiny Talk Live, you can also watch on Atlanta NX, or you can go to our Facebook pages, and we'll be sharing the link for you to be a part of the show, and so you can watch and listen in on it. So, Megan, let's start from the beginning.
Okay.
Okay, I had you on the show before when I first started into radio, but I want to bring my new listeners and people back again to who Megan Fullerton is. So when you started out, what was your first ambitions? Did you always want to be a fashion designer, or was this something you happened up to?
No, I've always loved fashion, but I didn't realize how much I love fashion until really recently. I originally went to school to be a nurse practitioner, started taking classes. I was my first year in, you know, AP, biology, and science classes, and, you know, looking into getting into the nursing program. And at the same time, oddly enough, I was actually the president of the fashion club at my first
Okay.
university. So it was just so weird. Everyone else but me realized it, saw it, family and friends, but I was just like, no, I'm going to be a nurse practitioner. This is what I'm going to do, and
Dead
it's going to
set.
be great. Yeah. You know, I mean, it was a great profession, but I'm just like, I didn't really see fashion as a career at the time. I didn't realize that you can make money, you can make a life for yourself at the time. So I just wanted something that was a little bit more realistic. And it was actually a conversation that I had with my niece, and I'll never forget it because it was more of like an aha moment for me. I mean, it truly was. You know, she was in high school at the time, and I'm still a freshman in college, and, you know, she wants to be a model. And I'm like,
Okay.
it's not too late for you. You're still young. You can do it. it's too late for me. And mind you, I'm like 18 years old.
But it's too young for you.
I'm like, it's too late for
Too
me.
late.
Yeah. And so in that moment, in that conversation, I'm like, what am I saying? You sound so silly. What do you mean it's too late? And then literally, I think it was like Thanksgiving break. I, went back to school and I started signing up for art classes at the school I was at the time. And so I'm signing up for art classes. I start taking art classes, and then that summer I applied to SCAD Atlanta, and I got in, and I started in the fall, and that was in 2013.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You know, I remember when we talked before, and you said the nurse practitioner, and I asked you about your family and were they
Yeah.
involved in that, and you were like, they have different things that they were doing,
Yeah.
but it took you for that moment with your niece to say, wait a minute, I probably want to check this thing out
Yeah,
and see
yeah.
if this is what I want to do, which I'm glad you did that, because the world would be really lost without having Megan Fullerton's
Aw.
designs. I'm telling you, like I said, I remember coming out there and seeing you guys struggling. I mean, guys, I tell you, these guys looked homeless. I mean, I was like,
was
y'all,
rough.
they slept out there.
We slept under a table.
Table,
SCAD,
you know.
it's rough.
It was rough,
Yeah.
but you guys went forward.
Yeah.
So when you got into your journey, you started getting into SCAD.
Yeah.
Was there ever a moment or a point there that you felt like, I made a mistake?
Never. Like, as intense as it was, and I remember, I think one of the hardest points for me was I started school with Hope Scholarship, right? And anyone that knows how Hope works, you get 4 years. And mind you, I did spend a half a year at another school. So, halfway through my senior year, no more Hope. And I'm like, what am I gonna do? Because SCAD is a private institution, it's extremely expensive. And that was really stressful, because I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to pay. I had like $6,000, 2 classes that I had to cover, which I didn't have the money for. So I actually ended up getting a private loan, by the grace of God, on my own to go ahead and finish paying off the rest of my senior year. But I mean, other than that moment, I don't regret any day. And every day was stressful. It was hard. It was intense.
Oh, yeah, it
But
was.
no, I wouldn't change a thing.
But what I like about SCAD and what I learned about them, it wasn't just a school you could walk in. You just couldn't get into SCAD.
No.
Just go apply and I'm
No.
in
Yeah.
SCAD.
Yeah.
Basically, you have to present a resume or portfolio. You have
Yeah.
to present yourself.
Absolutely.
And they have to see, hey, this is somebody we want to invest our time in, who's trying to come in and pay us.
Yeah.
So I really like that process. So to get into SCAD wasn't just something you just woke up and said, I'm gonna go ahead and draw these pictures
Yeah.
and send it in. Now I know when we talked before, you said you had never drawn before. You had no.
No sewing, no drawing, no Photoshop, Illustrator technical skills, nothing. Like, I kind of came in with just an idea that I'm gonna be great, and I just really had to make them believe that and see that without physical proof, because my portfolio was strong enough to get me in a scholarship, but it wasn't enough, I think, at the time to prove, like, wait a minute, you deserve to be here.
Right.
Which it's kind of ironic in the
It's
same
an
sense.
oxymoron,
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
tell you, that first year, that first semester actually is a make it or break it really at SCAD.
Yeah.
You can't play around with it. You got to go in with the fists on, the gloves, and do what you got to do.
Yeah.
And I like that you said you walked in and said, "No, I'm going to be great." And you
Yeah.
guys, before it's over with, you're going to know I'm great.
Yeah.
And you are great, because guess what? Megan's going to New York Fashion Week, y'all. I'm so excited about that. So let's talk about your family when
Okay.
you were younger. You said they saw the passion in you, but you didn't see it.
Nope.
Did they ever say, like, Megan, you might want to try to do fashion instead of this? Or, Megan, have you ever thought about this? Or anything like that?
You know what? My mom tells me now, she's like, there were so many signs, but she couldn't put it into what it is, She's like, you showed so many signs at a young age that you were creative and that, you would do something in the arts, but I couldn't pinpoint those little characteristics and say that this is what you're supposed to do. So I think back then no one really saw it, but they knew that there was something special about me, but they didn't know that it would be
Right.
fashion, And I think I'm Jamaican, so we're very traditional as far as like the medical field and things, very stable professions. So no, that wasn't something that was common, you know.
Okay.
Not too many artists in my family.
And
in
I
that
like
sense,
the fact
professional
that
artists.
you were saying too that she didn't force anything upon you.
She didn't.
You know, they were there, and are you the youngest?
I'm the baby of
You're the
five.
baby?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, so
Yeah.
I can only imagine, and I've got to meet, you know, when I went to your grand opening, your family is amazing, by the
Thank
way.
you.
I
They
love the
are.
way they support you. I mean, you guys, you can see why she's doing what she's doing and how great she is. Once you meet the family, you'll see, you know, why Megan is doing very well, and also meet her husband. I mean,
Oh.
him there, being there to support you there at the opening and stuff like that, and winning the contest
Yeah.
for you. And while you were in school, you were married, correct?
Yeah, I got married my sophomore year of SCAD.
Yeah, so you know, no kids. Your dogs are your kids,
I have
right?
two fur babies.
Two
no,
fur
no
babies.
children.
No children.
No human babies.
She sounds like my daughter. They got fur babies. They don't know, but I like that you looked at, okay, this is a little bit non-traditional for my family and for other things, but I'm going to step out there on faith and I'm going to do it. And I like that you said while you were in SCAD, you decided, I'm not going to let fear keep me from pursuing it. I'm going to learn it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to look at the fact that I don't know how to draw. I don't know how to sew. Because usually when you go into schools like that,
It's
you have some type
intimidating
of
because
knowledge,
you have-
correct?
Yeah, because you're surrounded by so many people that are just naturally talented already coming into SCAD. You know, so it was extremely intimidating, but I'm like, it was like, bring it on, let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's
Let's
go.
do it,
And
yeah.
I like that determination. I like that you had that. Now let's talk about more on your family side. I know when I talked to you earlier when we had the show before, and just to bring my listeners and viewers up, Megan's designs, which I love the fact it has a story behind them. And when you hear the story, it'll be like, yeah, I gotta have a Megan Fullerton original because I love the passion. You involved your family in your design.
I do.
So you have a shirt that's designed with your sister.
For each,
Yeah,
each
for each-
sister. Well, I haven't got to all of them yet because
Okay.
each piece kind of represents more so their personality.
Mm-hmm.
So it just depends on the season, but I haven't targeted everyone just yet.
Okay.
But yeah, each piece is named after one of my sisters, but also based on their personality too.
So I like
Yeah.
that. Now there's a peacoat that she had that we're just gonna have to kind of strong arm her a little bit to make another one for me because you know I understand once it's made, it's gone. But we might have to work something out. It was named after your brother.
It was named after my brother, yeah, Daniel.
And tell us a little bit, the viewers, a little bit behind the inspiration of the coat for Daniel.
Oh yeah, so my brother was the only boy. So I have my sister Janice, who's the oldest, and then my second sister Sophia. We have Christina, which is teen. My brother Daniel, his nickname Cree, and then me, Megan. And with our brother, he was the only boy, so he's super special. I mean, right out the gate. But unfortunately, he passed away in 2007. So with that, he has been really the force behind a lot of the things that I do, a lot of my work, a lot of my drive, just to keep going because I know that he's with me and I know that he's proud of me. And so with this particular coat, it was so special because the fabric, for one, is so unique and it's so limited. And I knew that upon making this coat, that once the I bought the whole boat. So once it was gone, it was gone.
Right.
And just the cut of the coat, it was just so different and so unique, and it was so special, not only to me but to every woman that tried it on.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was my best seller from my fall 2017 collection, and literally everyone is still asking about that coat.
Well,
And-
I'm telling you, it was bomb. I mean, I told you. And then it was in my color too, navy blue. Come on, come on. Yeah.
So it was just a special piece for a special person.
Yeah, and I like that. What we're going to do is we're going to talk a little bit more, Megan, when we come back from break, about your designs, your sister's designs, and then the push from your husband. You guys stay tuned.
It could all be so simple.
Oh, wow. I was doing this, so we'll have it for the other one. So when we come back from this commercial break, we'll talk a little bit more. So we're at the 3-minute mark, segment 2, and then we'll come back. What is that? Segment 2 is about 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Then we'll go to Delacroix commercial and have that.
That you can't say. Tell me who I
Yeah, no, it can play. I like to have music in the background.
to
So that it
give
does
so
sound
surprise to
Yeah. Yeah, and then if you could just count me down when I got 30 seconds, that would help me know to what breath.
and no one ever will, no matter how I think we go, you always seem to let me know it ain't working, it ain't working, it ain't working when I try to walk away. You hurt yourself to make me stay. This is crazy. This is crazy. Oh, this is crazy. This is crazy. I keep letting you back in. How can I explain myself? As painful as this thing has been, I just can't be with no one else. See, I know what we've got to do. You let go, and I'll let go too. 'Cause no one's hurt me more than you. And no one ever will. No matter how I think we go, you always seem to let me know it ain't working, it ain't working, it ain't working, it ain't working. And when I try to walk away, you hurt yourself to make me stay. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. Care for me, care for me. I know you care for me, there for me. Said you'd be there for me, cry for me. You said you'd die for me, give to me, give to me. Why won't you live for me, care for me? You said you care for me, there for me. Said you'd be there for me, cry for me. You said you'd die for me, give to me, give to me. Why won't you live for me, care for me? You said you care for me, there for me. Said you'd be there for me, cry for me. You said you'd die for me, give to me, give to me. Why won't you live for me, care for me? You said you care for me, there for me. Said you'd be there for me, give to me. Why won't you live for me, cry for me? You said you'd die for me. When I need
Hey everybody, welcome back to Destiny Talk Live. I am here with the fabulous Megan Fullerton. You guys, I'm super proud of her because she is going to be showing in New York Fashion Week in September. And it's just a great thing. I mean, she's here locally in Georgia. She has a boutique out in, is it Fayetteville?
Fayetteville. Mhm.
And you guys, you got to go out there and support these young designers. And I promise you, ladies, you'll love your outfits. You won't be disappointed. They're made with great quality. Fellas, go out there and treat your young ladies, your wives, your girlfriends, sisters, mothers. Treat them. Get them a nice outfit. And if you have questions for Megan, if you're in the fashion world and you want to learn more about SCAD, getting into SCAD or just about being a fashion designer and how she's doing it and making it, go ahead and call us in at 678-688-4269. You can call in and ask questions, and we'll be live with you on and bring the questions out and answer them. I want to give a big shout out to Lawrence Young. Thank you for tuning in, and for everybody else that is listening. So Megan, when we left for our first break, you talked about the coat that you made for your brother,
Yeah.
you know, and that he was your inspiration and, you know, it's one of your best sellers. Guys, I'm going to tell you, the coat was just amazing. You also did it in 2 different types of fabric,
Yeah.
correct? It was a black
It was a
one.
black, and then it was like a short, like faux fur, navy blue. But the faux fur was actually textured. So
It was really, really nice.
Yeah.
I was too late because the person that had my size bought it already. So, you know, I was trying to find them like, look, you know, that coat ain't for you, but, you know.
The
But
few
I
fights
was,
over that one.
everybody fights over, but it was really nice. And it wasn't just that. I mean, some of the pieces that you had were just like, I have a jumpsuit that's a white jumpsuit with it has a yellow, pink, and orange type jacket that goes
yeah.
to it.
The
But,
Sophia.
yeah, but the pants, oh my God, the jumpsuit was amazing. The belt and how, you know, I told y'all I thought I was all that in a bag of chips. But you got such rave reviews when we were at Women in Power that I told you, Megan, come bring your stuff because I want people to see what you have, because once they see it, they're going to buy it.
Yeah.
Now, did I lead you astray or what?
No. I wasn't even prepared for really the excitement around the pieces. I mean, oh my gosh, I should have had a vendor. I should have had a spot, you know? I was
Right.
selling clothes out the bathroom, you
Right.
know? And it was just such a, like, mind-blowing experience.
But
to see
it
that
was-
type of love.
It was
Yeah.
because I knew something was holding you back, you know, because the 2 of you guys that I do know that are in fashion that are close to me, you have this demon, this fear demon that I just don't think I could get out there and do it. But you kind of had stepped out already. I mean, you presented in a fashion week in Austin, Texas.
Texas, yeah.
I saw the video. It was really awesome.
Thank you.
And then you came here and said, you know what, I'm going to open up a little boutique.
Yeah.
You know, and it's in an unassuming spot, but
Yeah. Actually, I just wanted a studio.
You
I
just-
just asked God for a studio. I said, God, I just need a place to work.
right.
And he said, no, you're going to have your own studio. I mean, your own boutique. And literally that just kind of really came by surprise.
Right.
That, I mean,
But
it just
hubby
kinda-
made it happen. He got in there and did painting and put stuff up. And
Well, I did a wallpaper. He
Yeah,
did the floor.
he did the
but
floor,
yeah,
but he
I
was
mean,
there,
He
you
was
know?
there. And, I
You
mean, he's
know?
always there, super supportive.
and
through
your
through.
family was very super supportive. I
Absolutely.
love that.
Always.
And I love the fact that you had support. Now, what would you say to somebody that doesn't have that support? What would you give them? What type of advice would you give someone that doesn't have a family circle or a support team behind them?
I would just tell them to find inspiration and support in your friends. You know, sometimes support doesn't have to always come from your family.
Right.
Sometimes the most support you're gonna get are from people that really don't know you, but they believe in what you're doing. I think it's greater to have support in your work versus in who it is that you are, because then I think you're gonna get all the support that you really need. And I think sometimes when people personally know you, you know, we're not perfect, and I think that could get in the way of how they support you or why
Right.
they choose to support you or not. So it's not necessarily family, but people that believe in what it is that you're doing, and those are the type of people that you lean towards or you try to get closer to, because you want those type of people in your corner that are going to see the vision before it actually unfolds.
And you have to really, too, believe in yourself. You got to believe
Absolutely.
in what you're doing and what you're trying to do, and you got to know,
Number one, yeah.
number one, I
Yeah.
got to take care of me.
Yeah.
Now, at school, because it's a very competitive, it's competitive there. Were you able to form a group there? Were you able to get inspiration off of each other? How was it at SCAD?
At SCAD, you couldn't. For me, I know for me, I couldn't do it alone because it's so intense and it's such an emotional process. Trying to get through each class is so intense. So you got to have your own little support system there. People that are going through the trenches with you that understand. So you guys really like there. It's like it's a group of people that you just have to really lean on. You guys, we used each other, you know, and leaned on each other to kind of get through those hard times at SCAD.
Now, was it very competitive? Or did it get competitive? It was all right until senior year. That's when it got competitive?
I think it was competitive to people who saw competition. And I'm not saying that there wasn't competition, because there's healthy competition, but I think if you were looking at it like, I gotta be better than this person, then for you, there was absolutely competition. But for me, I knew my strengths, I knew my weaknesses, and I kind of stayed in my own lane, so I never compared myself to anyone else because we were all so different. And I think our design aesthetics were very different. So I see at SCAD more so different individuals supporting the craft and different design styles. I didn't necessarily see competition, not amongst the people that I was close to, at least.
I like that because you said everyone had their own design aesthetic. They
Yeah.
had their own idea of how they wanted to do it.
Yeah.
And I like that you said, I didn't look at everybody else to see what they were doing for me to judge Megan by. Megan judged Megan by what Megan
Yeah.
can do.
Again, my strengths, my weaknesses,
Right.
what I knew I was capable of.
You know, and so it's important because a lot of people don't know their strengths or their weaknesses, or they're afraid to confront them
Yeah, yeah.
or admit them. And I like that. I like that you just said, you know what? I'm coming in here from a nurse practitioner to I'm going to go in here and I'm going to create some garments. Did you ever think while you were at SCAD and going through school that you would be where you are right now?
No, I didn't, because I feel like at SCAD, it's an incubator for life in the fashion industry, right? Not necessarily to be an entrepreneur. And I say that because typically you're taught at SCAD, learn from other people's mistakes, right? That's what I heard all throughout my journey at SCAD. Learn from other people's mistakes. Intern with other companies, work for other companies, and they're absolutely right. But I didn't have that traditional personal life. Again, I was a newlywed. My husband and I, we have our own place. So we weren't really in a position. It was more so at a very young age, we started taking care of each other. So I just saw, okay, I need to graduate and then I'll figure it out after, right? And so my husband joined the military, moved to Texas, and I'm still in school. And I found myself in a really difficult place. Do I follow him, or do I go ahead and I start my fashion career? Because I started applying for jobs senior year. I started applying for internships like in California, things like that. And it was just a really tough position for me because I know that not everybody was in that same, predicament. And I decided to follow my husband to Texas. And I got there and I didn't know what I was going to do. I had no idea what I was going to do. So do I see myself? Absolutely not. I didn't see this. I didn't know what my future held. I know it would be in fashion, but I didn't know how it would pan out.
And the cool part is that you're taught stuff in school, but you got to recognize again your ability to do whatever, your passion.
Yeah.
I agree. Sometimes if you're going into the fashion world, it's good to work in design houses or other companies to learn and get it. But if you go in and hey, I got the skill set that I'm going to use, and I know I can't go here and do that because I'm married, I got a husband, he's in the military, and I got to go where he is. We've done this thing for me to graduate. Now I need to go where he is.
Yeah.
And you did.
Yeah.
And then you went to Texas.
El Paso, Texas.
And El Paso, y'all. And then got into Fashion Week there. It's like, look, I'm just let y'all know I'm Megan. This is my first.
Yeah.
Y'all about to meet Megan.
And you just kind of
and just poof in there. And then you came here and you opened your boutique. I love the grand opening was awesome.
Thank
they did
you.
it up, honey. The cake pops, the everything. It was really nice.
Thank you.
I love the way you did it. And your family came in there strong, right?
Oh, yeah.
And they were like, let's do this.
And
thing.
that's every day. We're like that all the time, just because it's Tuesday.
Yeah.
We're real thick, yeah.
Yeah, so I love it. And then I find out about your grand opening, so we get out there, we're talking, and I say, hey, Megan, I want to do a show about you, Then I had an opportunity to be able to present to be a media partner with Black Enterprise Women in Power. And I was like, Megan, let's go, but I want you guys to bring some stuff with you. I want you to bring your stuff. And they were looking at me both crazy, like, she was like, why am I bringing clothes? Trust me on it. Just trust me. We're going to tell people about you. And tell me that experience for you. What was it like getting prepared, getting there, and then going through it?
Yeah.
What was that journey like?
So when my husband won the tickets for me to go, I was just like, I was nervous. Honestly, I was nervous. I'm like, okay, this is a big deal. Because I remember you talking, I was like, oh man, I'd love to be there. But I knew that I'm like, wow, this is going to be pretty intense. I mean, these are some amazing women, some powerful women. This is a whole nother, ball game. And I'm like, all right, it's here now. You got the tickets, you got to go, And like you said, I brought all the pieces, and I think day one it was registration. We're going in, and I was just like, wow, okay.
Now, did Black Enterprise do it up, or did they do it up?
I mean, beyond expectation. I didn't know
Exactly.
what.
I mean,
It was just, seminar after seminar. I learned so much in day one. It was ridiculous.
surreal experience. That was
Yeah.
my very first one too. I mean, I've always heard about them. I've been to a lot of their
Yeah.
events, but never the Women in Power. And I'm still on that high from
It's
the
true.
Women in Power,
It's
because
true.
it's like I'm gearing up to, I got to be there for next year.
Yeah.
Because it was amazing, the stuff. Donna Brazil.
Oh man. I mean, that was the perfect way to end the weekend. Like, it was just,
Look, all of them. I got meeting Jane Kennedy, hearing from Carmen de Lavallade,
I mean,
and then for Donna Brazil to sum it up.
it was just moving.
Yeah.
And I'm still moving. I'm still like, and I think the biggest thing I got from that experience was the power that I truly have. And it's like, I don't think we're aware of it, how much power we really have.
Until you put in that spotlight.
And when you're put in that position to
Mm-hmm.
perform, it's like it's time to show up. Then you realize, like, wow,
Right.
okay.
So, I'm going to tell you, I put Megan on the spot because I told her to bring, and I would talk about, wait a minute, you want to see the designer? Come here, honey. And I would be like, Megan, she does this is what she wore. I told her to wear stuff that you made,
Yeah,
correct?
every day I wore
Every
my
day.
own pieces.
And she
yeah.
was like, she couldn't even get 2 steps before, hey, somebody want to try on something? What you got? I mean, I had the clothes. It was so funny. We had a great time.
Yeah.
We met some amazing women,
Yeah.
connected with
that
some
I'm,
amazing
that I
women.
still talk to
Yeah.
today. That I'm still like, hey, how are you? How's everything going? We still stay in contact.
Right. And
Yeah.
so much so, some of them are going to be where with you in New York
in
Fashion
New York
Week.
Fashion Week.
Yeah, I'm telling you, because it is so exciting.
Yes.
I'm just really proud of you.
Yeah. Thank
Because
you.
I'm glad that you took the opportunity at the Women in Power Summit to seize that moment.
Yeah.
That you took the teachings that were given, the speeches that were made, the women that you met. And guys, it was women from all over the world
Yeah.
that were there, all walks of life. And it was encouraging other women to step out and walk into your greatness, your destiny.
Yeah.
And I honestly think that if you had not brought your stuff or stepped out or took that chance, you wouldn't have done yourself justice. I mean, because I don't think you went back with a piece, did you?
I think I had like one
One
top
piece?
left.
Top
That's because it
left.
had makeup on
Yeah.
it. It had some makeup on it from someone else that was trying it on.
Yeah.
So, it was just the amount of love and support.
Mhm.
And I'm like, they don't know me from a hole in a wall. And I'm like, you know what? The clothes spoke for themselves. And I think
Yeah.
as a designer, that's what you want.
That's
You
what you
want your
want.
clothes to resonate with people. You want some type of emotional connection. And it's like, if I can do that with my clothes, I'm doing something right. It's
Right.
And it's beyond the clothes for me.
And honey, they would get the outfit, and you would see them in that event that night. They have it on, or they disappear for a few hours, come back, have on their Megan outfit, like yes, But it was she served it up, guys, and it was really, really nice. I like that you guys, when we had the conversation and we talked about it, what was that experience like? That you were like, I'm glad I had it.
Yeah.
I'm glad I had the opportunity. And who knew when Megan got back to Atlanta, Georgia? I mean, the think tank went on, and next thing you know, I get this announcement: I'm going to New York Fashion Week. Tell us that. When you got back, what were your next steps from that conference? What was on your mind? What was on your heart? What were you thinking when you left there?
Yeah, so I just opened up this boutique in January, right?
Mhm.
We went to the conference in March,
Mhm.
and literally I brought the last bulk of what I had left in my store. So I get back, and my collection's sold out, and I have basically empty racks, and I'm like, okay, this is not good. This is not good. I have to, start preparing for the next collection, which I intended to do. So I started working on my new Resort 2019 collection, the development stage and all the patterns and things like that. And, I'm like, I said 2 years ago, and I actually have this envelope that I wrote it on. And I said that if I put God first, I will make it to New York Fashion Week 2018 and Paris Fashion Week 2018, right? No, I'm sorry, 2020. And 2018.
Where are
we're
you?
New York Fashion Week,
So where we gonna be in 2020?
Paris.
That's right.
We'll be in Europe.
We're all gonna be in Megan Fullerton Originals. When we come back, we're gonna talk a little bit more about that. So you guys stay tuned, and I'm gonna tell you how you can call in and ask Megan some questions. Hey friends and family, have you gained weight? Do you have high blood pressure, high cholesterol, or diabetes? Or do you simply just need to change your eating habits? Then join your girl Cherry G with Destiny Talk Live on Thursday, August 9th from 12 noon to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Atlanta NX on IBNXradio.com. Meet fitness guru Delacroix Ism, Miss Flawless Fitness, and learn how you can live a flawless life both inside and out. Learn how she turned her poor eating habits into positive ones. Today is the day you choose life. See you on the 9th. This is a time and part of the show where we like to take a step back and send out prayer requests and to those people that are going through some things or in need. And I want to ask you guys, someone on Facebook, Jonathan Schaub, one of his friends, Jeffrey Haas, his 13-year-old son was hit by a motorhome while he was riding a bicycle, and he's in the ICU. So we want to make sure that we pray for that family and keep your thoughts out there that there's a speedy recovery, that he heals from this and without any challenges, and just keep that family in prayer. Also, one of my homegirls from home, Monique, we call her Monique is exclusive. Her brother is dealing with some stuff, and Michael, we want to pray for him. He's been battling and suffering from mental illness most of all of his adult life, and his medication is being changed. He's off of it, and he's going through some changes, you guys. So you guys help and pray for him. And also, I want to send a prayer out to one of our engineers. We found out that he was in a car accident. That's why our show was a little bit late today getting started out. We want to make sure he's okay. We just found out. And David, we're praying with you. We hope that you're all right. And we're going to ask that, I know it's mentally going through something like that can do some things to you. We want to just let you know we're here for you and we're praying for you guys. Stay tuned and we'll be back. Attention moms and dads, it's that time of year again. Back to school shopping. Start their year off right with new gear. Shop the hottest items for back to school at SimplyTailorKids.com. And guess what? Simply Tailor is giving up to 40% off and free shipping on orders over $75. Miss Taylor says this is a sale you don't want to miss. Shop today. SimplyTailorKids.com while supplies last. Hey everybody, welcome back. So Megan, let's again wrap up our journey here for a second.
Yeah.
All right. So, nurse practitioner, niece, had you thinking you were like, you're too young. You know, you're young, still young. I'm old. You're 18. You realize maybe that isn't really true. So I'm going to apply for SCAD. No formal training. Get into SCAD. And you took the bull by the horns and said, I'm going to make this happen. Come up with a challenge. Your senior year, no more scholarship. How am I going to pay this?
Yeah.
A husband joins military, moves to Texas. You have to decide, am I going to try to work in a fashion house or am I going to go to Texas? You go to Texas. Get there, you enter Fashion Week there, show your wares, come here, open up a shop in January, go to Black Enterprise Women in Power in March, and New York Fashion Week in September.
Yep.
And you wrote it down on an envelope that you were going to, if you put God first,
Yeah.
you were going to be able to be at New York Fashion Week 2018. Now, for those of you that aren't faith-based driven, you don't believe in God or whatever, and you feel like I can still do things, the fact that she wrote it down and she had a confirmation for herself. And for me, I think that's amazing. You're young. You said, I put God first. And a lot of times, a lot of us forget that God is the one that drives and makes it happen for us. I know for me, I tell people I wouldn't be where I'm at had I not stepped back and said, okay, God, you lead, I follow.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't been on the radio a year yet. September will be a year for me, and just the leaps and bounds that have been happening for me. The great start that I got into it, the great teachings that I got from my other station, into now coming here and being a part of the AIR's New Voices 2018 is awesome. And I'm saying that because I feed off of your drive too. Because when you guys came back, I watched and saw you guys step into your greatness at Women in Power. And then I come back here, I see you like, yo, I'm pumping this out. And then you're in New York Fashion Week. It just inspired me to continue to keep going. So what I'm saying to my viewers and my listeners out there is, she didn't let the not knowing, she didn't let I didn't have the skill set. She didn't let anything or anyone deter her from going after what she knew Megan could be. And I don't think Megan knew her greatness until Megan got into a spot where she had to show it. And I want to say that is that Women in Power. Because of the people that she was able to walk up and talk to and just have a regular conversation that we watch on TV every day, you know, and the powerful words that Donna Brazile spoke to everybody. I mean, all the women that were on that panel spoke some amazing stuff. And to see Jane Kennedy there with her daughters and promoting her daughters and getting her daughters, you know, this woman is an icon. And just like me and Megan are sitting here talking, that's how we were able to talk to a lot of them that was there. So it was great. And I'm really proud of you.
Thank you
Now,
so much.
one thing that you would tell people who are fighting fear, and you know, guys, I use the acronym for fear as find every available resource. So fear should no longer be something you're scared of, but something that's your motivating drive. So when you hear the word fear, you see the word fear, it's find every available resource.
I love that.
That means that I'm going to take this bull and I'm going to go get it. I have someone that wants to be a fashion designer or just want to step into the fashion world, whether it's a stylist or whatever. You said you would tell them, find your support system, follow their passion. Is it an easy road?
No, it's extremely hard.
You're going to get what? A lot of no's, correct?
You're gonna get a lot of no's. You're gonna get no responses. You're gonna get a lot of obstacles, a lot of bumps, and there's no straight path. And that's kind of the tricky part about it, is because with fashion, everyone's path to success, especially in this industry, is completely different. So it's really hard to kind of follow a path that's already been paved,
Right.
Because it wasn't paved for you.
And say, and I like that, because and that's what I wanted to get for you to say, is that you can't look at somebody else's journey and
Can't.
say that you're going to have that same journey.
You can't.
You know, I had to learn that too for myself, you know, and I'm glad that because you're in such a competitive field, everybody's not going to make it to the limelight. You may be a local fashion designer that just makes it for here and locally. Or you may be like Megan said, I put God first and I said, God, look, I want to be in New York Fashion Week in 2018. He made it happen. She's going to be showing in September, and I'm super excited about that. And then you guys, when we come back in here in 2020, we're going to be talking to Megan about Paris, because we all going to be in Paris with Megan for Fashion Week there. And I'm glad that you are letting people know that I'm not afraid to admit that I have a faith, I have God, I believed in Him. I said this is what I wanted, and He provided for me. Now, your family, give me their journey, your whole journey with your family from nurse practitioner to now, to New York Fashion Week.
So my family is extremely supportive, and to a lot of them, you know, tuning in now, I love you guys, and I'm just so grateful for you all. And I wouldn't be anything that I am without my family, you know, and I get very emotional when I talk about it, because I could not pinpoint really who it is I am without them, because just from a child to now, you know, my mom's a single mom, and I was raised with so many influences from my older sisters, and it's like everyone just kind of wrapped their arms around me and embraced me and protected me from the world, and always allowed me to remember that I'm great. And that's something that I'm so grateful for, even now as an adult, is that I was told that I was great at a very young age. So in my mind, I always believed that, and I always had to live up to that. And so for me, they've set a standard for me that's so high. And at times I felt like it was unfair. I felt like, well, why can't I do this? Or why this? Or why that? And I questioned the process. But now I realize it's just that even if I did fall, I would still be okay.
Right. You know, a lot of millionaires have had numerous doors shut in their face. Numerous people turn around, walk away, doubt their product, doubt their craft,
Yeah.
talk nonsense, put you out on the back burner and say you're not going to be up nothing. But you got to look at them as motivation. You know, I tell everybody this, T.I. is my, he writes all my theme songs. And I promise you, the one he wrote, Motivation, says it all. And if you're not a T.I. fan, just look it up, Motivation, and it will tell you, one monkey don't stop no show.
Yeah.
You know, he said he don't stop, he grow, he keeps going. And that's what you got to do. And that's what I like that you've done. You know, you didn't let little minute circumstances keep you from going forward. I'm thrilled about New York Fashion Week for you. I know you can't talk about it, but what was your process of, why did you just do it? What made you just say, okay, I'm gonna go for it?
Because I always knew that it was on that list for me. I always knew that, okay, the time came where it was just like, all right, you made this promise to yourself. You've been faithful. You've been true. Carry it. Just carry it through. You know, and it was really scary because no one likes rejection. Even though it's part of the success process, it's still hard to get that deny, you know, I'm sorry, you know, or that no. And it was a chance, it was a risk, but I'm like, you know what? Just do it. It was just kind of like, again, fear doesn't come from God. Let it go. Stop being fearful of the unknown. And I'm like,
Right.
why am I going to allow this could either be a really good thing or it could be a bad thing?
Right. You
And
won't know unless you try.
and the bad thing is no.
Right.
The good thing is yet to come, you
Yeah.
know? So that's how I looked at it. And I'm like, just go for it.
So what was the process? Did you have to submit designs? What did you have to do?
Yeah, so really it was kind of a really interesting process. So you register online, and then that's all I did. I registered online. I put my business name, you know, basically what I do, you know, luxury women's wear for the woman on a mission. You just kind of briefly just talked about your brand, and that was it, kind of like the whole registration process. Of course, your business location, website, things like that. And then like months went by and I didn't hear anything. I kept checking my email every day and nothing, right? And then I get a phone call, and it's one of the people from Plitz. And Plitz Fashion Marketing is actually the production that's doing the emerging New York Fashion Week show that I'm going to be a part of. And it was like a phone interview. And he's like, do you have 20 minutes of your time? You know, this is kind of like the second part of the registration process for, you know, Plitz New York Fashion Week. And I said, oh yeah, absolutely. And I'm trying to, you know, get myself together. My heart is like pounding out of my chest. And after like the first 5 minutes, I was so in my zone. I was mellow, I was calm, and I was super confident because I knew that this was my last chance to get in to do something that I've always wanted to do. And the interview went amazing, and throughout the conversation they do like a background check basically on your brand. They check out your brand identity, which is super important. They check out your website, they check out really the work that you're doing and your consistency, your social media. And they really, I think what really helped them to make the decision is my branding and how well, you know, the brand was executed, you know, from someone that didn't see the clothes, but they got a good idea of my market and really what the brand stands for. So I really think that helped me a lot with them making that decision. You know, so towards the end of the conversation, you know, it's like, I would like to, you know, interview you, invite you, you know, to Plitz New York Fashion Week.
You know,
Yeah.
I say it all the time. You are your brand.
Yeah.
You are your brand, and you wear your stuff. You got to wear your stuff, ladies and gentlemen. If you are out there and you design clothing for women, men, whatever, and it's something, if you're a man, wear your stuff. If you're a lady, wear your stuff you make. If you don't make women and men's clothes and your brand is different, have something to identify you.
Yeah.
You got to walk out, talk about it. And they will tell, Megan will tell you, I didn't have a problem with pulling her and introducing her to nobody. I told her, I said, now, if you come with me, you asking to come with me to do some stuff, I got you, but be ready because I will put you on the spot.
And
Did
you
I not?
every day, literally like every hour.
It's like, Megan, come over here. I got this. And I had a stack of cards, honey, and it was like, here, this is Megan right here. This is her outfit. Look at this. You know, I mean, I was given tutorials, educations, whatever you want to call it, on the garment itself. Even to the fact I was like, see, it's executed properly, you know.
I know.
And
Looking
they're
at the
like
seams.
looking at the seam, you know. I was giving them a breakdown because, you know, I had been through the breakdown,
But that's so important, you know? I mean, it's great to have a good design, but really the pillars for me to having a successful company is not only design, but quality and fit, you know, and customer service above all. So, I mean, design is so important to the brand.
Very important.
But execution, craftsmanship, quality, and fit are really, really important.
yeah,
for the
and it
brand.
is. And when we talk about it, come back, we're going to talk about how we made the fit, what we can expect. You can't tell us everything we know, but what we can expect at New York Fashion Week. Stay tuned, guys. Hey, friends and family, have you gained weight? Do you have high blood pressure, high cholesterol, or diabetes? Or do you simply just need to change your eating habits? Then join your girl Cherry G with Destiny Talk Live on Thursday, August 9th from 12 noon to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Atlanta NX on IBNXradio.com. Meet fitness guru Delacroix Ism, Miss Flawless Fitness, and learn how you can live a flawless life both inside and out. Learn how she turned her poor eating habits into positive ones. Today is the day you choose life. See you on the 9th. Hey everybody, welcome back. So I want to tell you guys my experience with trying on Megan's clothes and owning a garment of one for myself. We went to the boutique, me and another co-host before Women in Power, and we were trying on stuff. We were supposed to be there just an hour. What it turned out, 3-4 hours.
Yeah.
We were super excited about everything, and she's wearing some of the outfit pieces that she has on today. Well, there's these. I don't know what you call them. They're the pinstripe. Is it a low waist?
No, it's high waist.
It's high waist?
It's high waist.
Well,
yeah.
honey, let me tell y'all something. It fit right on these little hips and these curves. And for me, from somebody who was always a size 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way up until the age of 45, and I have to embrace now all this hips and waist and everything, I saw myself totally different in that outfit. I actually felt like really beautiful, and I was like, wow, these look good. What, girl? Yeah. And then we were supposed to pick one outfit, but she kept bringing out all these banging clothes. No, we couldn't figure out, me or Brenna B, we couldn't figure out which ones we wanted to wear, so we did a challenge online, and it was hard for everybody
Yeah.
else. And then the cat suit, the jumpsuit,
Yeah.
that fabric was to die for. I'm telling you, everything was nice. Stuff that I thought, oh, it won't look right on me.
Like you were like killing it.
It fit, and I was like, oh, I'm all right now. I'm telling you now, you're gonna be broke when you go into her boutique. Just be prepared, because you are going to buy the clothes. You're going to buy them, and and if you are sitting there like I was, we mapping out, okay, I'm gonna buy this week, next week I'm gonna get this. You start mapping it out and be like, yeah, let's put this here. I might have to hide this in the closet, because but see, this is what I want y'all to do. Don't hide it in the closet. Bring hubby along or a boyfriend
Yeah.
along. Bring them along, because it's a really good experience. I mean, you go into the boutique, she gives you wine if you want to sit down, water, relax, music's playing. You got a little dress room, do a little fashion show for your loved one. I promise you, they will not have a problem breaking the card out or the cash and say, look, you need to be this. You need to have this in your life.
I mean, she deserves it.
Exactly. And guys, I'm telling you, I'm not just saying this because I'm fond of Megan and I know Megan and I was a part of her journey going through SCAD. But I'm just really thrilled that you took a moment. You took Black Enterprise experience and you expounded on it.
Yeah.
You escaped, as I like to call it, the beast.
Yeah.
And that beast of
Would
doubt,
love it, yeah.
you escaped the beast of fearfulness. You escaped all that. And you said, look, I said I was going to be in New York Fashion Week. I told God this is where I want to be in 2018. This is the last one for 2018. I'm going to be in there. So how many outfits and garments are you showing?
Yeah, so the new collection is my new Resort 2019 collection. And this collection, it's about, let's see, so this is one of the largest collections I've ever done. So it's like about 12 complete looks, a combination of shorts, jackets, jumpsuits, really full gowns. And I say gowns, not like prom gowns, but you'll see. But it's super dramatic. It's over the top. A lot of heavy embellishment, a lot of hand sewing. I mean, hours and hours
Oh, I know
of
the hand sewing
hand
stuff.
sewing of these beautiful beads, a lot of texture, a lot of movement. And anyone that knows me knows I love black and white. I am not a color girl too much as far as fabrics and prints, but I bring in a lot of, not a lot of color, but for me it's a lot of color. I bring in blues and yellows
What?
and these really interesting stripes, and I love
Okay,
texture,
so-
so pleats and
Birthday is 9/11. I'm trying to get this Super Baywatch body going, so I need something, So I'm just telling you, don't sell everything before it gets back
Well,
here.
I can't make any promises. I'm
Man.
bringing everything to New York. I'm bringing everything to New York. I can't promise.
I know if you sell it,
but-
it's fine, but we're gonna have to work
But
it
now
out.
I
Something.
have production here, so everything's in rotation. So we
Okay. All right, we
yeah.
can work something
We can
out.
work
See,
it
that's what
out.
I'm
Yeah.
talking about. Because I need to be wearing some Megan Fullerton original on my birthday, So I tell you, Megan, what does your husband think of all this?
He's super happy for me. He's super proud of me. And he's not a man of like many words, but he's watched me literally from the beginning. We've been together since we were 16 years old.
Oh,
so
wow.
he has seen me grow into this woman. And I think he knows me better than I know myself because he's been able to really watch me grow,
Mm-hmm.
from the outside. And it's just really beautiful to have someone go through this journey with you, especially this difficult one, but he's so proud of me.
I know
He's
he's
so
bragging.
proud
I
of
know he
me.
run around here. Yeah, that's my wife.
Yeah, giving out my business cards at work, and look, let me show you her website. And I think your wife would love this, right?
Yeah.
'Cause
Oh,
he
that's-
works with all men, so
Listen,
he's
the best,
plugging for me.
best salesman right there. I'm telling
He
you.
is. He really is.
Look, honey, when he called, he was listening to the show intently, and we called. We were like, "Yes, and such win," and you were looking like, "I know that name."
I was like, wait, what?
And
He's
it was,
like, I thought it was his
yeah,
mom.
yeah. That's it. Wait. He's like, "No, I did that. I wanted to make sure she went," and it was great.
And I told him too. I expressed, I was like, man, I really want to go, but the tickets are so expensive.
yeah.
And I didn't know that you were doing a giveaway at the time when I was speaking with him. And so when he heard that, he was like, oh yeah,
yeah.
because he's like, I know these answers. I know the answers to these questions. He was like, I was at SCAD too. I just wasn't enrolled, but I was there.
I was there. I went through the sleeping
Oh,
over there
yeah.
at night. I remember all of it.
Because
Yeah.
when he would come home from the military, when
Uh-huh.
he had leave, he would be up at SCAD with me, helping
Yep.
me on my senior collection. So he kind of went through it a little bit. He got a little taste of it.
Yeah, I love it. I love the journey. I love the fact that you guys are sticking together and you're letting people know that when you're together, and that's what I want my listeners and viewers to understand, is that, some people think, oh, I can't do it with my spouse or I can't do it with my boyfriend or girlfriend. If you guys are truly connected and
Yeah.
you'll do it together.
Yeah.
Build together. Don't wait for one to build and you join in.
Yeah.
Build together, because once you do the journey and stuff together, the reward is so much better.
It is.
It's so much better. I mean,
And it's for both of you, and
Right.
you both feel responsible for
right.
that.
You
Yeah.
feel like, yeah, we did something here.
Yeah.
And then the fact that you guys have been knowing each other for since 16.
Yeah,
And it's
10
funny, I like to
years.
share this story because her and my daughter went to SCAD together,
Yeah.
and they both were married. And
She was the only one.
But,
Like, so
yeah.
It was like, we're here.
and they
Like-
both married high school, sweetheart, young sweethearts,
Yeah.
and they've got fur babies. And
Yeah. It's just like, and both from Florida. I'm like,
yeah, so it's like I love the inspiration that they give one another, and I love the excitement that they give one another. It's not a competition thing.
never.
It's a
yeah,
support thing.
Absolutely.
And I like to put out there that pull the next man up.
You have to.
You have to. I mean, don't worry about, well, there's design might be better than mine, and get out. No.
Because that's what's going to hinder you.
Yeah.
It's going to hurt you.
It's going to hurt you in the long run. My thing is, it doesn't matter. We're all here. We all can make the money.
Yeah.
We all can be great together.
And it's and there's power in numbers, and I live by that. And anyone that knows me knows that this journey that we're on in just the fashion industry, it's difficult. It's super hard, and there's no room for the cattiness. There's no room for the
There's no room.
competition. Atlanta's small, and it's like if we collab with each other, if we work together, if we get the job done, we all win.
But you know what? I think it's that a lot of people aren't taught that. It's a competition base here, and they're catty too, where I think I'm better, or I didn't have formal training, I could do this. It isn't about that.
Yeah.
You know, people with formal training don't think that they're better than the other person, but if they give you a tip for those guys out there that aren't formally trained,
Yeah.
it's not a tip to hurt you or to put you down. It's a tip to help you
Yeah.
because they see something in your design. They see something in
Yeah.
your ability that may take you to the next step,
Right.
next phase in life. You know, but we're so busy thinking that someone's always trying to criticize or put us
Yeah.
down, and it's not that. We're just here. They're just here to just guide you to the next phase,
Yeah.
you know. And I want to ask you this because I know you probably run into this a lot. You got a lot of friends and a lot of people that want you to give them the hookup.
With clothes?
Yeah.
You know what? Believe it or not, no.
What?
Mm-mm. You know what they say to me?
What?
We know how hard you work.
Girl,
And
say that again.
we know how hard you work. We know how much time you put into these pieces and what it takes. Like, we would be stealing from you.
That now.
Because they really and truly
I hope
support
people
me.
are out there that are, I don't care if it's fashion, jewelry making, whatever your business is, if you have people that are always asking you for a handout and not wanting to support and sow a seed into your business, step away. Walk away from that.
Yeah.
I love the fact that your friends and your family and people that you know are saying to you, girl, we know you put a lot of work in this. I'm not even, it'll be highway robbery
Yeah.
for me to ask you for this for free.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. And I'm glad that you shared that moment
And it
because
means a lot to me.
right.
Yeah.
I'm talking about graphic designers, whatever your business, your craft is. If you got people that are constantly asking you to give you the hookup or something for free, walk away from them because they're not trying to sow into your business. They're not seeing you grow. They don't want to see you grow. They're just trying to see what they're selfish. Can I get for me? You know, so I appreciate you saying that, and that's awesome that you have that because I know people that run into that. Girl, I would do this if I could get this for free, or can I?
Yeah, and it's way too much time. It's way too much money. Like, one thing with the fashion industry, it's not as glamorous as people think, right? Of course, you do runway shows and you get to meet celebrities, and it seems glamorous on the outside,
It
but
is
the
not.
designer doesn't have the fun. It's like, as a designer, I've never sat and actually watched any of my clothes go down the runway. Only in videos. I've never had
Because you
that
can't.
that luxury, because you're backstage and you're frantic and you're crazy, and you walk out on stage at the end and you look a hot mess because you're literally right. You haven't slept in days because
Right.
you want it to be perfect and you want everyone else to enjoy it. And
Right.
fashion is, to me, extremely selfless. It's not
You're right.
a selfish career at all.
And I like that you said it's not all glamorous because
It's
people
not.
think, oh, well, you got these clothes, you can just, it's not that simple. And I had to learn that because I would say to my daughter, girl, just whip up something. And then when I really started learning the process,
Yeah.
you just can't whip up something.
No.
Especially if you're making your own patterns, especially if you're trying to get the design perfect.
And
You
if you're
just can't.
technical,
Yeah,
especially
yeah.
if you know what a pattern looks like, and you
Mhm.
look at a garment and you can deconstruct it. You can't just say whip me up something, because then now you know that it's not just clothes anymore, because now you really know the fundamentals and the foundation
Right.
of garment construction.
And I'm very conscious of that now.
Yeah.
And then the other thing for me is that when we just want you to whip up something,
Real quick.
real quick. Yeah, you can just throw it in there. Girl, just do that. We don't understand, guys, that there's a difference between a seamstress
Yes.
and a fashion designer.
Yes.
Fashion designers design. That means they make the pattern. They pick the different things. They do all of the work to make it happen and then pull it together and make a beautiful picture in a garment.
Yeah.
Seamstress, from my understanding, they just sew a pattern.
They just, if you bring them the pattern,
Pattern,
bring them a sample, they sew it.
they sew it. That's it.
They're not expected to know any technical. Most of the time, you got to have all your pattern pieces. You got to have all the samples. You better know what thread you want, what size zipper. Like, that's not their job to figure out all the technical things. They're just there to sew it.
Just to sew. And then what I want you guys to understand is between a design and a seamstress, or what, you're not going to pay Walmart prices for a designed outfit, something, a garment that is made for you
Yeah.
and your body
It's
type.
not mass produced.
It's not mass produced. That means you got to be able to come up off the pocket. So I want people to understand that fashion designing and designers are totally different. You're not, because I've heard this so many times, and I kind of get, because I understand the background and backstory of what you guys do, where I hear people say, "Ooh, that shirt is expensive. I can get that at Walmart." Well, go to Walmart.
Yeah.
Walmart shirt ain't gonna fit you like the shirt is gonna fit you that either Megan or whoever the designer is that's gonna make it to fit you.
Yeah.
So take that into consideration, people, when you're out there asking designers to make you something. Understand the journey that it takes. What is one of your pet peeves that you get from people that just walk up and say, "Hey, Megan, I want this outfit. Can you do it?"
That, what you just said.
Uh,
Because there's something, when you do custom work, it's completely different than when you're doing collections. Because when you're doing something custom, you're doing it for specific measurements, for a specific body type, for a specific person, and possibly for a specific occasion. And me personally, I don't like doing custom work because then to me it takes away all the creativity, because you're bringing me what you want me to make. So there's really no design. I'm really being a seamstress.
Okay, so, but
So-
you heard that. It's design and seamstress that's different.
Yeah.
So when you're given the creativity or the permission, you want to say, to design, if they ask you to design, that's what you want to do, is design.
Yeah, I mean, I want your idea of what it is that you want to come to life, but don't bring me a picture of something that someone else has done, because then what does that say about me? I
Right.
mean, then ethics come into play, integrity comes into play, and I'm not just gonna go and recreate something that someone has, probably worked really hard to create, and you just printed a picture and brought it to me. There's no ethics in that.
So I really wanted to push that there because I wanted people to understand what a designer's world is. When we come back from break, we're going to talk about some other things, get ready to gear up to Fashion Week, tell them how they can follow you, and so they can figure out where your journey is and what to do. So you guys stay tuned, and we'll be back with some more Megan.
With all my heart, I love you, baby. Stay with me, and you will see my arms will hold you, baby. Never leave, 'cause I believe I'm in love. Sweet love, got me crying out your name. I feel ashamed, I'm in love. Sweet love, don't you ever come away.
Hey everybody, welcome back. This is the part of the show while I like to say our happy birthdays to everybody out there having a birthday today. So I want to give to a lady hard hitter, China, number 87, Selena. Happy birthday to you. She's out in Salt Lake City, Utah. Kim Chemistry Bethel in Warner Robins, Georgia. Schuler DeWitt, I think he's also Boo DeWitt, out in, nope, they're two different people. So Schuler DeWitt, Richmond, Virginia, happy birthday. Ricky Dennis out of Rhineyville, Kentucky, never heard of that, but happy birthday. Sharon Cannon from Darlington, South Carolina. Ronnie Anad from Eunice, Louisiana. Boo DeWitt from Richmond, Virginia. And Richard Foreman from Baltimore, Maryland. Caesar Escamilla, happy birthday. Chastity, homegirl from the Tangelo Park from home, happy birthday to you. Keith Sutton, congratulations on 2 years at Southeastern Trans. Congrats to Whitley Charles for being at Valencia Community College. Also, I want to give a big happy birthday to Lady Hard Hitter, Smiley Star, Stephanie Snowden. You guys enjoy your day out there and turn one up for me, but be safe.
Hey everybody, Destiny Talk Live is back and on a new station. Join us for our debut show this Thursday, July 26th from 12 noon to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Atlanta NX on IBNXradio.com. This week, Dr. Estval, a renowned plastic surgeon, uses her platform to empower her patients and others to radiate both inner and outer beauty. This is a show you simply don't want to miss. See you this Thursday on Atlanta NX on IBNXradio.com.
Hey everybody, welcome back. So Megan, we have been talking about you and your journey, your family, New York Fashion Week. Tell us how everybody can tune in and follow you.
Yeah, so I'm really heavy on Instagram. That's where you can follow me at Megan, MEGAN, Fullerton, FULLERTON _designs with an S. And there you can see everything that I'm up to, the new resort collection. It's not out yet, but the inspiration, some really beautiful digital illustrations. And there you can just really see my journey. And also on Facebook at Megan Fullerton.
So guys, you've got her information. We're going to start following Megan. Fashion Week is when?
So Fashion Week is September 8th, 2018, Hotel Pennsylvania, New York, in Manhattan.
So that's just a reason for me to be in New York. And we're trying to make sure that we're there to support you. Real quick story, we tell it all the time, and my daughter's probably going to look at me and shake me to death. But when she was in a competition, Fashion on Cork, her very first time showing, never sewing, whatever, she won. Me, her mother-in-law, and one of my best friends, we were running down the runway with bags, knocking folks out.
Oh my God.
So we realized, oh wait, she's the one who should be going down here, not us. So we run off, and everyone's dying laughing.
Oh
We
my
run off the runway.
gosh.
I promise we will try not to be that extra with you. They may keep us way in the bags. I think she's like, oh my God,
Aw.
what are they doing? It was hilarious.
Aw.
But you're going to have a lot of supporters there. I know your husband and your mom. Your mom is going, correct?
Oh yeah.
Your
yeah.
sisters, everybody's going to be there?
Yep, everyone's
Oh
gonna
yeah,
be there.
tell them don't run down the aisle. Parents, family, friends, I recommend don't do it. I mean, I know we get excited, but
Yeah.
well, no, it might help. People like, yeah, that's that Megan. Her family was running down that aisle. Yeah,
Yeah, make headlines.
I'm sure headlines up there acting up at New York Fashion Week. But I am truly, truly excited for you. I'm happy for you. I like that you have stepped out in faith. You are following your dreams. You're not letting the negative surround you. As a matter of fact, from what I understand, there probably isn't too much negative or no negative people in your circle, because it just doesn't sound like it is. And
None.
I like that you eradicate that.
Yeah.
I like that you said that it's competition, but it's not competition. The competition I took from what you were saying is to be able to mesh and get along with everybody and collaborate.
Absolutely.
That's the competition.
That's the goal.
You know, that's the goal. The competition that is that you are all can be great together. You don't have to step out now. Okay, everybody's not going to be a Michael Kors. Everybody's not going to be a Donna Karen. Everybody's not going to be a Vera Wang. You're just not. But you can be great at whatever your journey or your passion is.
And just embrace that.
embrace it. You know, not all of us are going to be on the grand runway, but Megan is this September. She's going to be on New York Fashion Week. And then you guys know after that, we're going to be preparing for 2020. I'm saying we because Megan is not going to get me out of her corner. You know, she's either going to have to move away and I'm going to find her or whatever. But we are going to be here supporting you always.
Thank you.
I'm super proud of you. I know that people who have met you at Black Enterprise and other areas, I know they're proud of you.
And they're coming.
And they're coming.
And
Guys,
they're
I'm telling
coming,
you,
yeah.
like I said, I'm still reeling from Black Enterprise Women
Yeah.
in Power. I still am.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at my awe and my journey. I'm watching your awe and your journey. I'm watching Angelica's awe and her journey and the different steps. And nobody's saying you got to look like this person to be here. It's just, it was an event I'm recommending to every woman.
Yeah.
If you can make it to the Black Enterprise Women in Power Summit, you need to do it. And they do it every year, every March. I'll keep telling you guys about it. They have, and now men, I want to tell you, they have an event that's coming up in September out in Florida. It's called Black Men Excel. You want to go. It's just as powerful as the Women in Power event. Go out there, and it's okay to get camaraderie with the fellas. And you can take your wives. Don't think they can't go with you. You can take your girlfriends. Or if you're just one of those that don't want to bring sand to the beach, you can go. You know, but I want you guys to get involved in these things. They also have the mastermind, the Formula Mastermind. I'm going to find that and make sure it's all on there. Follow Mark Davenport and Grace Holden on there. If you guys are out there really wanting to learn about your craft, they're the blueprint for the CEO. Get out there and find these people. I'll connect you. Get on Facebook. Find them. The blueprint for the CEO. These guys are helping people like Megan, myself, in business to understand it, make the money, invest. And Megan, I'm telling you, you are just going to go very far.
Thank you so
I
much.
appreciate you coming in and the time. I know it went a little bit late, but we're praying for David
Yeah.
to make sure he's okay, you know, and you having the time to say, hey, guess what, Cherry? All right, let's do this show. Thank you, everybody that has been tuning in and listening in and following, and my supporters. You guys staying on with me and the change and everything. I truly appreciate it. And Megan, don't stop.
I won't.
Don't stop.
I won't.
Is there something you would like to give, encouraging words or whatever, to anyone out there, no matter what their profession is?
Absolutely, always have words of encouragement. And it's to always be true to yourself. And if you have to silent the noise to really hone in on what it is your purpose is. Because that's what I've been seeing a lot, is that everyone wants to be great, but sometimes it's hard to get started or find that direction or your purpose. And sometimes you just have to silence the noise. And God makes it very clear for you what it is you're supposed to be doing. But sometimes we just have to eliminate a few things and just be
and
true
if
to who you are.
Now, if I can say, when you say noise, are you talking about, because this is what I understand, noise from the negative folks, that kind of noise, nonsense that's coming in your life, the stuff that can easily distract you, your phone, the phone calls, the constant, you know, if you got someone that every time you talk to them, they're complaining, that's noise.
But you know what, too? All of those things, but sometimes our own noise, because sometimes we get so into our heads and we will talk ourselves out of an opportunity. We will walk ourselves out of an opportunity because of fear, because of doubt. Those type of things, those type of noises, I think, are the most distracting because they're coming from within you. Those are the type of noises we need to silence and say, no, enough is enough.
You know, I'm glad you said that, and I wanted to really pull it out because, and those of you, again, if you're not faith-based, you don't believe in Christ or God or whatever, I don't care who you believe in or whatever you subscribe to, the noise is you too. We can be our own enemies. We can be our own roadblocks, because we will look at what someone else has or what someone else is doing, and we'll judge ourselves based on that, when we probably don't have the same skill set that they have.
Right.
Or we don't have the same personality, because we are all uniquely made. So we've got to embrace our uniqueness, embrace our capabilities, and go for it.
Absolutely.
You know, but we'll talk ourselves, like you said, out of
A blessing.
a blessing. You know, we will be like, nah, and that don't sound right. And, you know, because we hold on to things.
Yeah.
But I like that you said that, silence the noise, and sometimes it's hard to do. Easy to say,
It's hard to do.
but hard to do. But guys, listen, like I said, Megan went from nurse practitioner to fashion designer, presenting at New York Fashion Week, September 9th, 8th,
Yep.
2018. You can't beat that with a stick. You can't. And I want you guys to know, go to her the website's down right now because
Yeah, so just briefly, so the boutique is we're temporarily closed. The online store is closed. We are like in hiatus setting up everything because right now everything's centered around New York. So
Right.
we're getting everything execution perfect for New York. So once we get back from New York, we'll be back on the actually Monday the 10th. We'll be back. The store will be officially open where you can purchase online at meganfullerton.com the new collection as well as in the store. But at the show, after runway, we'll begin sales of the new collection.
okay, you guys hold on because I'm going to tell you how to go back to that. We're going to take a quick break and then we'll be right back with you.
Like a lady, you gon' hurt your back. Dragging all them bags like that. I guess nobody ever told you all you must hold on to is you, is you, is you. One day, all them bags gon' get in your way. One day, all them bags gon' get in your way. it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. Yeah, you don't need it.
Hey, everybody, as we're coming back, we're going to be wrapping up today's show. Again, Megan, thank you so much for your patience, your time, and spending with us. Guys, she told you how to get to her on social media. Give it to them one more time.
Yes, on Facebook, I'm Megan Fullerton on Facebook, and on Instagram, it's Megan Fullerton _designs.
Make sure you guys follow her so you can follow her journey to New York Fashion Week. You're not going to be able to see the designs or anything until then because she cannot share. The store and the boutique is down until after Fashion Week, and you said September 10th when we come back. We're going to pray that Megan sells all of her stuff in New York, but we hope that she comes back with maybe one or two garments that we can buy here. But I want you guys to support her. Go out there and give her your love. Follow Megan. And just show her that, you know, you really appreciate the craft that she's bringing. And I want to say this to everyone out there that has a profession that they're in, whether you're fashion, you're a graphic designer, you're a music producer, whatever your passion is, surround yourself, like she said, with people who are going to be there to support, so into you. And that means they're not going to be asking you for the hookup. They're not going to be looking for a handout, but they're going to sow into you and your business and your craft. She said, quiet the noise. That is the best advice I've heard in a long time. And she said, not the noise just the outside chatter, but the inside chatter within yourself. Sometimes you got to quiet it down so you don't talk yourself out of something that God is trying to give you and is meant for you. And I receive that because there are sometimes we're so hard on ourselves. We're very critical on ourselves. And I've been that way plenty of times with myself. So I appreciate you sharing that with us. And I want you guys to follow Destiny Talk Live, please. You can follow us on our website, www.destinytalklive.com. On Facebook, we're Destiny Talk Live. We also have a Destiny Talk group, Destiny Talk Live Facebook group. You can also follow us on Instagram and on Twitter at Destiny Talk Live. So make sure you guys tune in. We have some more stuff. Next week, we're going to have Delacroix Ism in here. She's a fitness guru out there, Miss Flawless Fitness. She's going to come in and start talking to us about how we can live better and healthier and better lives, and that the myth that diabetes, high blood pressure, and high cholesterol are only for people who are overweight. You'll be surprised when you hear the story. It's not that. You know, those diseases don't discriminate. So make sure you guys join in. Megan, we're going to be following you. We're going to be at New York Fashion Week. Tell Mom and everybody don't run down the aisle once you know you finish your show. You know, well, we all might be running down the aisle, but I'm super proud of you, and I want you to keep doing what you do. Don't stop shining. I want to say kudos to your husband for having your back, for out there supporting you the way he does. Moms, sisters, everybody, you are amazing. Keep shining and keep pouring into this amazing young lady. And you know Destiny Talk Live got you always. You guys, you're listening to Destiny Talk Live, and thank you for your time.
Thank you for tuning in to today's show. You want to stay connected and engaged? All you have to do is follow us and join our network. You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Simply type in Destiny Talk Live or subscribe to our YouTube channel and website. YouTube, you got it, Destiny Talk Live, or www.destinytalklive.com, or simply go to ibnxradio.com/Destiny Talk Live.
IBNX Radio.